Hi guys. Excuse me. Got a froggy throat again. This is what I was working on earlier. I think I'm going to carry on with this one this afternoon because I've got a bad throat. I don't know if I've got a bad throat because I've got a cold or if I've got a bad throat because it's hay fever season. It's hard to tell, but it hurts. Anyway, yeah, I was messing with this one. I kind of have an idea of what I want to try and do, but this is my sketchbook, by the way. I'm just playing. Kind of an idea of what I want to do, but not 100% sure yet. Who's in? Hi, Ro. Hyena. Hey, Dawn. Crow. Cody. Marianne. Jen. Sound effects today provided by Maddie in the kitchen with the munchies. You enjoying them biscuits, Miss Maddie? Are they crunchy? Is it crunchy? That's more purple. The brush is too big. I'm a nasty cold. Perfect time to like the background. The moon is fascinating. The moon. Oh, are you thinking that's a moon? I suppose it could be a moon. I hadn't seen it like that. I thought it was a face actually. Like there's the lips, the nose, the eye. I think mine's allergies because I don't feel sick, and it's worse in the morning when I get up. Like I could barely talk this morning. It's got gradually better and better towards the end of the day. It's just raspy now. And like dry, like you've been in a dusty environment. So I think it's allergies. But it's hard to tell because the weather's so messed up at the moment. One minute it's like middle of summer, the next minute it's like midwinter. Hey Burgess. Saw somebody I follow on Instagram this morning saying they got snow in Colorado. Like, it's nearly June. The hell? I mean, I think they are quite high up, but even so. I'm on a major plant kick at the moment. Virtually everything I've drawn or painted in the last week has been plants. I'm sure by the time I'm finished with Midsummer Chronicles, and this month on Patreon we've been doing herbs. I'm sure by the time I'm done, I'm not going to want to draw a plant ever again. Possibly. But for now, I'm all about leaves and stuff. '96 where you are. What's that? South Carolina, are you? It's pleasant here. It's a bit chillier today than it was yesterday. Yesterday it was nice because it was sunny. Today it's like it was sunny but the sun's gone in, so it's a little bit, you know, you don't want to be out in just a t-shirt kind of weather. Whereas yesterday you could have gone out in a t-shirt and jeans quite happily. Today it's a bit more, I think I'll wear a shirt today. I want some orange. Yes, I said that out loud. Cold and rainy in Phoenix. Oh, that makes a change for you. The weather is so messed up at the moment. That polar vortex really threw everything for a loop. We had a heat wave at Easter, like 5 days. It was really hot, like end of July hot. And then it went back down to normal. No, then it went back down to like freezing. The next night it was -1. We had 2 weeks of really cold and rainy. And then suddenly we're back to normal weather. But it's only warm while the sun's out, which is normal for us. Trying not to kill your veggies. My herbs are doing really well. My herbs are going great guns. In fact, my coriander is out of control right now. Hey, Rish. Hey Liz, what are you still doing up? Are you not sleeping today or something? You got your basil growing but your rosemary died. Rosemary can be a bit fickle. I've had a rosemary bush for 15 years and suddenly last year it just completely died. I don't know if they have a lifespan or something, but yeah, just totally up and dead. You're out of whack. Trying different paint techniques at the moment because I want to get on with painting my wolf. It's been 49 weeks since I started painting that canvas. It's still not finished. I want to get on with doing him. As soon as I've got space where I can pull out the easel again, I'm going to get on with doing some more on him. But I'm trying various different bits and pieces because I know in my mind how I want him to look, but I'm not 100% sure how to achieve it with paint. Or even if it's possible to achieve it with paint. And by paint I mean mixed media, whatever. So I've been looking around on Instagram at other artists' work and seeing how they do stuff. I might be able to work on him during Twitch. Like maybe once a week or something. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. I'll have a think about that. Hey Julia. Your basil's hanging in there barely. My basil doesn't like being watered, I've discovered. He likes to be watered from underneath, not from the top. I've actually got mine set up at the moment so that I water my cilantro and that drips down into the container, and then the containers, I've got it kind of on a slope, so then the water comes, I water the cilantro, it drips down through, and anything that's left comes out and goes down into the base of the basil plant. And that seems to be working. They seem to like that arrangement. So setting up your nature kit. Cool. I've changed my journal. I like that journal. I love the paper, especially for colour pencil and sketching. But part of what I want to do is using the stuff that I collect as inspiration for other things, and I don't want to keep swapping books. So I've moved into I found a moleskin sketchbook that I haven't used when I was moving stuff about. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use the travel book for another project that I've got that I'm going to work on. Because that will be just ballpoint pen and a little bit of pencil sketching. I'd love to be able to say that, you know, I'm only going to use colour pencil in my sketchbook in June, but you know me, I'll get bored. This is for the Midsummer Chronicles, by the way, if anybody's not in the class yet. If you want to join us, still plenty of time to sign up. Starts June the 1st. We're going to be going out and about and getting inspiration from our local environment. So, a little bit of urban sketching, a little bit of nature sketching, bit of, you know, kind of day trips, that kind of stuff. The kind of stuff you'd do if you were travel journaling. I think we eventually decided it was the kind of thing you'd do if you were on holiday, as opposed to just, you know, documenting your day type journaling. Talked about the class and gave the link in my coffee chat yesterday. Oh, thank you, Burgess. That's awesome. Yeah, it's going to be fun because it's the kind of thing that you really like. It's getting out and about and doing stuff, but it's not always doing the same thing all the time. Because honestly, that gets boring. I've never classed myself as just an urban sketcher or just an art journaler or just a realistic painter or just an illustrator, you know. Amber, hey! How's the sinuses? Or shall I say, how's the nose job? Need a little bit bright, little patch of bright and warm up down this end. What have I got? What have I got? Bright and warm, bright and warm. That's my blue. Bright and warm. What have I got? What have I got? Ooh, yellow ochre. Oh, I've used it. Yeah, I've used yellow ochre in other places. That'll do. Dosed up on codeine. I bet you are. Should be better once it heals though. At least it heals quickly. That area always heals really quick, doesn't it? You just have black eyes for a long time. Give me shoulder trouble again. Touch wood, I haven't had much trouble with my shoulder lately, but I think that's because I've learned how to sit correctly for, well, that's not true. I don't sit correctly. I used to sit correctly and it made my shoulder hurt. But I've learnt how to sit so that my shoulder is supported, and I've stopped having any of my supplies anywhere where I have to keep going like that. That is what hurts my arm, constantly doing that. That will kill my shoulder after a couple of times of doing it. I mean, it's okay to do it once or twice just to stretch it out, as long as I'm careful, but then it seems to be bringing it back in with weight in my hand that messes up my rotary. And then I can't sleep, and then I'm a big grouch monster. Overdone it washing trucks and things. Ugh. No. Don't you know any teenagers who want to earn some money? plant am I drawing? Nothing in particular. That blue is Americana Calypso Blue. Doesn't look anything in the pot, but once you put it down, it's beautiful. And the bottom of the pots, the reason I like the Americanas, the bottom of the pots are very true to the colour that you're going to use, or that it's going to be when it dries. Yeah, it's not any particular plant, Amber, it's just... I basically drew it out of my head. It's more about the background for this one because I'm trying something out. I don't know if it's going to work, but I guess we'll find out soon enough, won't we? Have you watched TV show Discovery of Witches? No, I read the books. Twilight for adults. The first book started off really good, and then it just became, yeah, Twilight for adults. The first book was pretty good. It was good enough for me to read the second book. The second book was good up until when they started doing the time thing. That's when I lost patience with it. I dislike the whole hopeless female falls in love with, oh, good grief, he happens to be a vampire. And she's pretty useless and he has to keep saving her and blah blah blah, and then oh, one day she wakes up and she's got loads of powers. It's like, why can't she have the powers first and then meet him and kick his ass? You know, Buffy style. The third, I didn't get as far as the third. I didn't finish the second one actually. See you, Cody. Oh, Amber. Sorry, Amber's going. See ya, Amber. Yeah, it's been done and done and done. And Anne Rice did it first and she did it better, yep. And Poppy Z. Bright. She was very good. It's like, sorry, I have to keep clearing my throat. It's like when you know when you've been out to a gig the night before and they've had dry ice and you wake up the next morning and your throat's like, that's what I feel like. but I haven't been out. And Bishop's good, yeah. Not as good, she's a bit fluffy for me, but I prefer Anne Rice because she's not afraid of a bit of gore. She's not afraid to get her hands dirty. Yeah. I mean, at least Daenerys wasn't a whimpering sip to begin with. She didn't need a man to rescue her in the first place. You know. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but you hear about the story anyway. You know what's going on because everybody talks about it. And I've got to say I'm a bit miffed that, once again, the white men end up ruling, you know. Hannibal wasn't mad. You know, all the Roman emperors weren't mad for sacking villages and burning things to the ground. That's what you did in warfare. But then a woman does it and she's like, oh, she's mad, she is. She's made, off with her head. It's always got to be, oh yes, and then the white men take over it again. And normality is restored. I would have liked to have... I would have liked for her to be maybe not completely in control, but maybe usurped or ousted and sent off to rule somewhere else. You know? Or even win. Winning would have been nice, but no. The chosen one. Hey Rose. You catch me live a lot, don't you? Or is that Class I'm thinking of? Maybe it's Class. I'm just waiting for the background to dry now. I want to try kind of a negative effect. I see a lot of people doing like a coloured background and then carving out from it, like negative space almost. I think Flora Bowley started doing it, but I've seen her like years and years and years ago. She's the first person I remember doing this kind of stuff. But I've seen a few artists use it really recently. Yeah. Oh, shall we have a woman with a dragon and some balls? Or shall we just pick one of us? Yeah, would you do you want to do it, Fred? No, Joe? All right then. You know. See you later, Cody. But it's George R. Martin, and, you know, he's nothing if not misogynistic, so... Bitten was really good. The first season was really good. But I could see where it was going. So I didn't watch the second series. By the sounds of it, it's a good job I didn't. I like... this is why I like Jessica Jones. I mean, I could even understand with Daenerys, you know, if somehow Jon Snow had tempered her a little bit, you know? tempered the madness. If he'd been able to find a way to calm her down and make her not quite so, right, burn everything, you know, because she sounded like she got a tiny bit irrational at the end there. That's not what you want from a leader, you know. But if he could have found a way to just chill her out a bit, or anybody really, I think she'd have been fine. Why not have a crazy woman on the throne? Just because men think they're crazy doesn't mean they actually are. Watched a few episodes of 2 and thought, why? Wish they'd just stuck with werewolves. Oh, did they go off the rails with, like, vampires and crap? What was it I watched? Oh, I can't remember what it was called. It was really good, though. Really good. There was vampires and witches and werewolves. And it was all in a university. It was like this secret sect in a university, the blue something or other. And it had Catherine Isabel in it. Oh, they went wide open with the supernatural thing. Yeah. I like it when they keep it to just a few things. Don't keep jumping around all over the place like crazy people. It's not necessary. Unless it's done humorously. Being human, it's fantastic. Loved it. Can't remember what it was called. Oh, so annoying. It's very good though. It was a bit drastic and out of the blue. Oh, I like the UK version. I haven't watched the American version. I don't like American versions of UK shows in general. They kind of annoy me because I'm like, are you really that egocentric that you can't just watch a UK show? What do you want to Americanise next? Doctor Who? You know, there's no need to rewrite it. I mean, I can understand kind of The Office. I can understand The Office being rewritten because it's a different culture. The 9 to 5 of America is completely different to the UK. But I don't understand why something that's fictional, completely fiction, about fantasy characters needs to be rewritten. Rookie Blue? No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I loved the young ones. Downton Abbey and Beverly Hills, right? I never got into True Blood. I don't know why, because I enjoyed the first couple of episodes, but I just couldn't get into it. I didn't like any of the characters. Like, not a single one. Maybe they got better as they went along, I don't know. But sorry, I know I'm talking, but I'm waiting for this to be completely dry, and I can't do anything else until it is. I don't really know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to do it. I just know that what I'm trying to achieve. That's kind of the point of this, to be honest. I don't know what I'm doing. So therefore I'm just kind of playing to see if I can figure out how to do it. Yeah, I watched a few episodes of True Blood and I didn't like any of the characters. And if I don't like any of the characters, it's not happening. Whereas Jessica Jones herself is brilliant. And Carrie-Anne Moss's character is amazing, even though she's completely different to the comic. She's still very, very good. I love her. Oh, is True Blood books as well? I might be able to get into that. I might be able to read the books. That sounds more what I could deal with. I like Jessica Jones. I love the fact that she just genuinely does not care. It's not, you know, you get this initial feeling that, you know, perhaps it's all just a front like it usually is, and then you find out, no, she genuinely just does not give a shit. And I just love that about her. She really is like, whatever. Charlene Harris. I'll have to look those up. I haven't read those. That many books. Oof. I very rarely read an entire series. It takes a lot for a series to keep my attention. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of... just want to make shapes. Is that you making silly noises, Miss Maddie? Hi, baby. What's the matter? What? Do you need to go out? Is that what you're shouting at me? Do you need to go potty? Oh, you want to say hello? You want to say hello? You've got a stinky eye. Come here. Bubs, come here. No, she wants to go for a pee. Hang on. Back in a sec. Have a big drink then. Good girl. Good girl. Sneeze. Hi, Boo Boo. You gonna say hello? You gonna say hello to everybody? Good boy. Good boy. Come up and say hello. Come up and say hello. Stopped around book 10. Yeah. I'm struggling to remember the last big series that I read. I mean, I've read all the Discworld books except the last one. Not the last one. The last Witches book. I don't think that's the last book. I haven't read... I can't bring myself to read that one yet. Even now. Did I mention I've absolutely no idea what I'm doing? I keep wondering how to turn that into a moon. I might just leave it actually. Just paint around it. Might be whistling about, Maddie. Flipping heck, Cujo. Hey, Cujo, cut it out. Cut it out. What's the noise about? Hello. Hi. Maddie, leave him alone. He doesn't want to play. Trying to figure out how to use white gouache with watercolour. Mine just keeps smearing. The watercolour or the gouache? Either I'm not letting the watercolour dry or my gouache is bad. No, watercolour reactivates. Try it with Inktense pencils. Like really wet the Inktense pencils so that they become permanent ink. Or even scribble with the Inktense pencils on a bit of wax paper and paint with them that way. And then use gouache when it's dry. Hey! It sounds like your watercolour is reactivating, that's all. White, no, Inktense colours. Try Inktense coloured pencils. Scribble with them and then use them as paint. And then use your white gouache over the top, because it sounds like the white gouache is reactivating the watercolour. But Inktense pencils dry as permanent ink once they're wet. Every time I look at the four leaves in the foreground, I see a woman's face. Here. That's what I see, a woman's face, but somebody else said they see a moon. She was original to the piece. Yes, she was. It was an original piece of graffiti art, actually. Spray paint on a wall. And I just liked that bit, so I kept it. Oh no, the leaves, not the moon. The leaves, not the moon. The leaves. Shapes and Other Shapes. No, it's called Peridolia. Is that the right one? Yeah. It's like being able to see teddy bears in the clouds or whatever. See a woman's figure? I'm not seeing it. Looks like a woman facing away with her arms down and her bust up front. Nope, I'm not seeing it. Sorry. I'm usually pretty good at that stuff, but you've lost me on that one. You're not seeing it either? Okay. It'd be boring if we all saw the same things. I saw a face here. Other people see a moon. Somebody else said they saw a moon. Uniball eye. I like the eye and I like the micro. You see the woman with who looks like Melisandre? Who's Melisandre? This bit reminds me of the minute I said that, the name's gone out of my head. Book cover, black, Chinese girl. Oh, I didn't actually watch Game of Thrones. I followed the story and I read the books years ago. And I followed the TV adaptation, but you didn't really need to watch it to see to know what happened. Memoirs of a Geisha. She looks like that Memoirs of a Geisha cover. Okay, let's see if this works, shall we? I have no idea, but I'm working on the principle that if it doesn't, I can just paint the whole thing in black and it will look good. Or even blue. And it'll still look good. Because the plant looks fine. Melisandre. That's why I can't. Yeah, I know the name. I can't picture her because I've never seen her on the TV thing. Don't really recognise the name. Other than I kind of vaguely. Was she in the books? Or was she a TV character? Oh, this brush is too big. That brush is too small. That brush should be just right. See it, you know. I don't remember in the books. Maybe I didn't get that far. I know the name, but it sounds like one of those names that could easily be in something else, like Charmed or something. She's such a noisy eater, Miss Maddie. Seriously, babe, it's like pigs feeding at a trough. Not sure yet. Maddie. I don't like those blobs. If I make them water droplets. Hey, come on, stop now. You being a brat. You being a brat. Good girl. What though? You can't possibly want to go out again. You've just been out. Do you want to sit under the table? Go on then. You can sit under the table if you want to. Sit under the table under there. Sit by Mommy's feet. Do you want to sit there by Mommy's feet? You can sit there if you want to. Nope, she's got the burps. She needs to be burped. This is what happens when you wolf your food down, you see. You've got to be burped, haven't you? I am painting over a background. There's nothing wrong with painting over a background if you're doing it deliberately, for a reason. It's painting over backgrounds that you just put down because you didn't know what else to do that bugs me. Oh, let's just paint this. Just paint it any colour, it doesn't matter. You're going to paint over it in a minute. What's the point? This is painting over a background for a specific effect. I'm not sure it's going to work though. I'm not sure I like it. But we'll see. Maybe it needed to be black rather than blue. I don't know. We'll see. Maddie just farted and left the room and it's obnoxious. Wow. Holy moly. Light a match. Don't think that would be a good idea. I have to go back over my white, but I'm going to do white anyway, so that's okay. No, can't be bothered with that one, it's too small. Not sure. My brain's still ticking away in the background trying to remember the name of that series I watched. See you, Julia. I think I'm kind of liking the effect overall, but I'm not keen on the colours I'm left with in the background. Might need a bit of refining, I think. What are you doing, boo? Okay, water droplets don't go up, so maybe that's not a water droplet, that one. Maybe that's something else. Leave it, Scoob. I can hear you padding around behind me. What are you doing? Do you need to go out, boo? No, he wants to go out. Hang on a minute. Dogs, teach you to open the door yourself. Come on then. need one of those intercom buzzers that I can just like press the button and they can push their way out. Or a puppy door or something. God, I miss our puppy door. Our old house had a puppy door, it was fantastic. They used to let themselves in and out all day. Come into some of these nooks with a detail brush, I think. It's so noisy. I think it's getting better the more blue I put in. I think I should have kept the background, I think, to warm tones so that the green stood out. I think that would have looked much better, but I'll note that for next time, won't I? Oh, I see. That one should have gone up there. Oh, never mind. It's getting hard to tell what I'm supposed to be colouring in and what I'm not. That's a leaf. That needs a detail brush. think I need to pick up some more of these flathead brushes when I go out. It's the last one and it's starting to get scraggly. But they're only about 50p, so that one, yeah, that's that one. Everybody must have reached that point in their project where they've settled into what they're doing. Because it suddenly went really quiet in chat. Let's change that one around to there. That's better. Concentrating. What are you working on? Writing out plans and outlines. That sounds fun. Often my favourite part of a project, that. Oh, by the way, if you guys are in for One Book July this year, you need to keep an eye out for Carrie Harling's planner mag, the online planner mag she does. Cannot remember the name of it. I just have a blank spot on the name of it. I can never remember what it is. Somebody knows what it's called. Carrie Harling, anyway. Go sign up for her newsletter, follow her. Because very soon there will be an announcement about One Book July for this year. Also, go and follow our link on Facebook. We're a open page, One Book July. And follow the YouTube channel, because we'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers this year so that we can have community chat. We can't use community chat until we get 1,000 subscribers. Can you believe it's nearly July again already? Oh, what the heck. Got some food, looks like you missed some things. Oh, not an awful lot. I've literally just been painting in anything that's not marked out in this navy blue. Maddie, please stop whistling, sweet pea. Maddie, what you whistling for? I do like the way the different colours make this blue look slightly different depending on where you put it. Because this Prussian blue is one of those semi-opaque. So if you put it over another colour, you can't see what the colour is underneath, but it changes the colour of the blue. And it's kind of cool. You can't really see it on camera, but it's there. Off for a nap. Oh, that's a good idea. That might be me in a minute. Gonna have a nap. 7 o'clock too late for a nap? Nah, never too late for a nap. Should just about get this bit finished, and I might be able to show you what I'm thinking with the rest of it. Hey Mara, start cooking dinner and then filming and editing. Oh, life of a YouTuber, eh? It's just a never-ending cycle of filming and editing and uploading. wibbly wobbly. Okay. Got some bits I need to go in and tidy up, and a couple of bits where it didn't take over the underneath coat, so I'm going to have to do a little bit extra paint. But let me find now let's work up here. This looks like it will, this bit should be dry by now up here. See, I think it looks better with the warm colours than the pale, the blue colours. I think I should have stuck to warm colours in the background. The blue's nice, but it looks wishy-washy against that green. Maybe if I do like orange in that, I think I want to do orange in there. Let's find that brick orange. Yeah, I think it definitely looks better with brighter and or warmer colours against the blue. So I might have to do a little bit of playing about with that, go back in and do some more colour in the bits. But I'm going to use watered down acrylic because I don't want to get a load of paint out, a load of ink out right now. I'll probably do this with white ink because it's a little bit more opaque, but I'm going to use white acrylic for now with a little bit of water in it because I've got a ton of white acrylic paint. But my ink is a bit, I need to get the Liquitex ink. Liquitex inks are so much better. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Let me show you on this one. Right, I'm going to go round the whole plant in white again so that it's all got white background. But I'm thinking this is probably not a good one to do because it's a cool colour. I probably want to put some brighter colour in there. I suppose I could just go in with pencil, couldn't I? I could just put some pencil colours in there. That'd be bright. And then I'm thinking like, this should be dry by now. A bit too watery. Yeah, it's a lot too watery. I need to go in. I need a much finer, much finer hand. I might even use a pen actually. It might be easier than I'm not great with a brush. I'm much better with a pen. I'm trying to get better with a brush, but few and far between. But I'm thinking like, just going in and doing really crazy doodle things. Yeah, I'm going to be better with pen. I need to repaint this one in. It needs to be a droplet shape. Do you get the idea? It's hard to explain because I don't even really know what I mean. But then I was thinking like, I could go back in and do, maybe even do some cutout bits. Like, let's use a slightly bigger brush. No, round brush would be better. Maybe if I had dog hair. Oops. That kind of thing. Like a positive and negative kind of doodle pattern thing. Does that make sense? Like inside the leaves do blue doodles and then outside the leaves on the blue background do white doodles. That's what I'm thinking. But nothing set, just like random stuff. I think it can work. I think it depends on what doodles I do. Doodly do, doodly do. But I need to go in with a detail brush first and do all the, get these filled in properly. I've got a few areas where I've missed bits. That's the idea anyway. And then of course that white is not really white enough. I need to use white ink. But I don't want to get white ink out at the moment, so let me find my white gel pen. Can't go wrong with a white gel pen. So like this bit around the leaves, put that back in to be much more opaque than it is now. Yeah, I should have used a gel pen in the first place, although my gel pen seems to be running out. See? I think it could look really cool. I don't know if the background and the foreground are going to compete though, so I don't know, maybe the leaves need to be really dark, really opaque white, and then the background actually needs to be just that slightly watery white. Maybe that'll look better, so that the leaves really stand out. So I like how that really stands out against that white. What if I used a white pencil? Ah. Now a white pencil is not as opaque as the pen. Not as precise as the pen either, but gonna have to play about with it. Gonna have to play about. But it's an interesting experiment anyway. I definitely like this bit where there's really bright colours underneath, and this bit than this bit. I think this bit looks a bit wishy-washy. Anyway, I think that's me for today. I'm going to go and bathe my throat. It's not quite what I had in mind, but never is exactly what you envisaged. But I haven't finished it yet, so there is that as well. Ooh. Okie dokie. Well, thanks for joining me. Yeah, I know the hot lemon and honey thing. It's allergies. It's not. I was having hot lemon and honey earlier and it wasn't really helping. I think what I need is ice cream. I don't even know what day it is. It's Wednesday, isn't it? So I'll see you guys tomorrow for class if you're in class. Midsummer Chronicles starts next weekend. If anybody still wants to sign up, you've still got another week or so to sign up. All the links are down below in the description. And I will see you all again Friday? Yeah, Friday. Bye.